Hello, my history-loving friends. Today, we find ourselves at a beautiful and historical Crown Hill Cemetery. I shall inform you of the tale of a man's exploits, how he sold this cemetery 180 acres of rich farmland, and to his tragic end beneath an early 1900s automobile. Henry Lee was born to English immigrants. He married Jenny Paul in 1873, and they moved to Colorado in 1875. They had 3 children, 2 sons, Murray, Robert Paul, and daughter Jessie. He became well known as a Denver and Colorado pioneer, traveling to Denver to follow brother William from Iowa in 1845. He represented Jefferson City in the House of Representatives, 3rd Assembly, and served a 5th and 6th term in the State Senate Assemblies. He introduced a bill for the sale of City of Denver at a nominal price, without competition, of 2 sections of school land for park proposals, to become Denver City Park, to be acknowledged as father of the park system, park commissioner under Mayors Johnson and Spear. He helped in the construction of Denver's first pumping station and founding of the Agricultural Ditch Company, serving as secretary. With brother William, they began the Lee Brothers lateral irrigation ditch running along Middle Golden Road, now 32nd Avenue, as well as the Lee Sand and Gravel Company, along Youngfield from 38th Avenue to North Golden Road, now 44th Avenue. Henry was also a partner in the Pioneer Seed Company, as well as Henry Lee's Seed and Farm Implements, selling seeds and farm equipment. Also designing farm and market wagons, carts, surreys, and carriages, originally bringing farm implements and seeds from Iowa to start his business. This all began by selling vegetables from their farm to feed miners in Gilpin County. He bought the first chilled steel plow, which gave him a nifty idea. With his newfound business ventures, Henry bought 500 acres to include much of Wheat Ridge and Edgewater. His farmhouse in the corner of 29th and Wadsworth. Later, Henry and George Orlinger would strike a deal for 180 acres of cemetery land. Here we have arrived to Henry Lee's family plot, on the very land he sold to George Orlinger to broaden the cemetery. Henry Lee began his business by selling vegetables to feed miners in Gilpin County up in the mountains. He is here with his wife and 2 sons. I don't know where his daughter Jessie is. She was a school teacher. His brother William and wife Mary Jane also rest here. Henry is also known for being the first pedestrian motor vehicle accident in Colorado in 1914. On March 30th, 1914, in a theater district on 16th and Curtis, he stepped out in front of an early 1900s car and was ran over. He was unconscious for 3 weeks before succumbing to his injuries. He was hit by a William K. Melton of Paco Street, who was arrested and later released. Here is a quick view of Middle Golden Road, now 32nd Avenue, and pictures of what it used to look like. All farmland, agricultural ditches, and farm families. After selling a portion of his farmland to George Olinger, Henry Lee built a beautiful bungalow house a couple miles east from his farmhouse in 29th and Wadsworth, just across the street from Crown Hill Cemetery. We drove by the house, now an Airbnb. Maybe someday soon we'll do an overnight and have a slumber party and speak to Henry Lee in his own house. The house sleeps 12 people and is perfect for weddings, family reunions, or other gatherings. Oh, to this beautiful tower of memories. George Olinger began building this impressive 158 feet tall 7-story mausoleum in 1926. With a hefty price tag of $1 million, Mr. Olinger envisioned a more Gothic architecture, and architect Charles A. Smith was hired. But by 1928, the project was in bankruptcy. Other architects, Fisher and Fisher, took on the tower and scrapped the Gothic plans for a more modernist appeal. The World War halted the project, but by 1950 granite was finally added to the outer finish, and the tower stood proud, even helping pilots land their planes onto Stapleton Airport because of its landmark status. The tower holds over 11,000 remains and is 75% full. Many famous people have been interred here as well as brought to the mortuary. One of the most famous and intriguing is Buffalo Bill. His body kept here while Colorado and Wyoming fought over where to inter his body, now resting at Lookout Mountain. George Washington Olinger, "Don't wait to be a great man, be a great boy," said George Washington Olinger. George Washington Olinger began a group for boys in 1916 to 1928 called the Highlander Program, from 1,200 to 12,000 boys to grow through his program. Parents were very enthusiastic about the Olinger Highlander Boys program, that they put their boys in a long list. Mr. Olinger's philosophy of living and giving is too well exemplified, the parents would say. There are many lives here. I will come back soon to tell you more stories from this beautiful and silent tower. Here we stand in front of the Olinger Vault, John and Emma, son George and his wife Margaret. Love and light to you and everyone here at this beautiful tower and cemetery. There are 7 stories here in this tower. 4 are open to the public. Sometimes the elevator will take you to the 7th attic-like space and overlook all of the land. Next time, I'll be taking the elevator. Biagio Salito, 1879 to 1972, born March 26, 1879, in Cardito, Napoli, Italy. Passed in September of 1972 at age 93. Large family resting place here in the Tower of Memories. Thank you for joining me on another Stories from the Beyond, and more films coming weekly. Love and light to all who rest here, and to all my friends and family. Have an amazing day.